Hi everyone, and welcome to our webinar, How Your Business Can Benefit from Mobile Innovation. Thank you for joining. Just to introduce ourselves, my name is Sam Jeffries. I'm Global Head of New Business for Fliplet, and I'm joined today by Joe Gustafsson, who heads up our Client Success team. The objective of today is to give you an understanding of how Fliplet is helping clients overcome some current challenges, give you a quick overview of what Fliplet does. I'm going to hand you over to Joe, who will give you a demonstration of the platform. I will cover how a low-code, no-code platform benefits your business, and also how Fliplet uses clients use Fliplet to improve client experience and employee experience. We're aiming for 30 minutes in total. We'd love to hear from you, so please do put any questions in the chat and we'll cover those at the end. In terms of the challenges that companies are facing, these are the predictions released by Forrester on the outlook of tech leadership for 22. They really resonated with conversations that we're having with clients. The first one is human-centered transformation. Forrester said that companies are now wise as to how technology supports their connection with both employees and customers. Already the case in some companies, and most likely accelerated by COVID and others, IT's role as a back office function is long gone. Forrester predicts leaders will direct their investments with humans in mind, and tech executives at top performing companies will focus investments on customer experience and employee experience. So we'll focus on those today. Organisations are struggling to attract and retain talent and are looking for ways to reduce the need on the most advanced technical skills. And the companies best prepared to weather the crunch will rely on their tech stack to respond, using cloud-first and platform-based architectures and adopting low-code, no-code solutions in the year ahead. So we'll outline the benefits that those bring. Tech debt is still an issue for some companies, and they're looking for platforms that will be integrated across the business to help companies adapt to ongoing change and deliver better value. And having technology that can help companies be agile and adapt has never been so important, as everyone's dealt with unprecedented change in the last couple of years. I'm sure we all feel a bit overwhelmed by the amount of information we have to take on board and keep on top of. So how do we take into consideration how to communicate better, avoid information overload, and this is for both our clients and our employees. All companies are looking for ways to become a bit more client-centric and provide better overall client experience. So is there a better way for clients to access the information they need from you that's faster and more convenient? Is the content you're providing clients tailored and personalised? Attracting new clients without face-to-face events and with email traffic soaring is really hard. So how do you cut through the noise and stand out? So how do you get them engaged and reach new target markets? Have you equipped your business development with more effective tools and tailor-driven digital solutions? Can these digital solutions offer advice or create a specific community that prospects could benefit from? Rather than static brochures and web pages, could you provide a more interactive way for potential clients to interact with you and your services? And clients want to be kept updated on news that they're interested in, but is it lost in a newsletter or an email? I saw a post on LinkedIn this week that said that someone had received 491 newsletters last week. It might be really valuable content, but how many people are actually reading it? Providing a way that clients can subscribe to what they're interested in and they get a notification when new content is available is a more valuable way to keep them updated. Acquiring new customers can cost 5 times more than retaining an existing customer. So what services can you offer your clients? Can you provide help as to what to do in certain emergency situations? Offer part of your service as a questionnaire with advice as to the best options or the right product for them to buy? Can we make how we process clients a bit easier? If they're still filling in paper forms, these processes can be automated, frequently asked questions can be answered, and clients can be triaged to the right area of the business quickly. Feedback is key to any business, and the analytics of what's working and being able to iterate is really key to truly becoming client-centric. The last couple of years have been particularly hard for employees, and also attracting and retaining staff in particular has been a challenge. Many companies are looking for new ways to make employees feel more valued, and are looking for a sort of better way to promote and develop their company culture, which is really difficult without everyone being in the office. It's also currently a super competitive environment for good candidates, and some may have multiple offers, and employee gazumping seems to have become a thing. So how do you go about engaging new employees right from signing? What information could they get to give them a feel of your company, get them excited about joining? Also on the more practical side, what IT do they need? And once they're on board, what systems they need access to? Some companies are even re-onboarding those that joined in the last couple of years to assess gaps. With everyone mostly still working, at least some of the time at home, sharing knowledge can be an issue, and even knowing who the right person to ask about certain expertise, and this is especially difficult for younger staff. Most companies want to cut out wasteful processes or improve efficiency. In professional services, this means a focus on maximising the billable hour and reducing administrative tasks. So are there practices that could be optimised? If you're sending around spreadsheets by email to request people fill in certain data, is there a better way? Can you triage via a series of questions to save time on commonly asked questions? Many companies have got some really great initiatives to attract and retain staff, but is anyone visiting the internet to know about them? Promoting the benefits you're offering your employees, or creating a virtual community to talk about hobbies, a book club, share podcasts, cycling groups, walking groups, promote wellness, are really appreciated and have won multiple awards for some of our clients. Innovation is key to a company's success. So how do you get all of those ideas out of people's heads when they're no longer in the office and discussing? Having a place people can share ideas, vote on ideas, can really help you harness innovation. And again, feedback is really key. Give your staff a platform, measure your NPS, test out ideas, and have the ability to adapt to change to help support staff in the best possible way. So I'm just going to give you a quick introduction as to what Fliplet do. When we speak to companies, many of the communication issues I've just outlined can be solved with a more tactical, tailored and personalised approach that mobile or web apps can provide. They can be a really great way for you to showcase what's great about your company, or for your teams to promote their expertise. I'm sure many IT managers hear all the time, can we have an app for? But if you wanted an app in the past, you would have had to pay an agency or employ some developers, both of which make app building costly and can take months for you to get your hands on a working app. So what does Fliplet do? Fliplet is a low-code, no-code platform that enables companies to build mobile and web apps quickly and easily. It's simple and easy to use, and not just for IT. With Fliplet's no-code editor, this enables non-developers to create their apps and change the way the businesses can actually think about using apps. They can just be used as another tool in your toolkit to solve problems and find better ways of communicating. If you do have some technical know-how, you can also extend the code with to create some unique features. So we take care of the platform. It's secure and private, and we offer peace of mind with enterprise-grade security. It's highly customizable. You're able to stay on brand right the way across all areas of your business. We enable your apps to be distributed on multiple platforms, so they can be used on desktop, a web, tablet, or mobile. And unless you purchase a single app from us, you can create unlimited apps. So clients have the ability to create as many as required that make sense for their business. So how does Fliplet work? It's a broad set of drag and drop app features which allow you to put together apps really fast. It literally is everything you need to create an app for most situations. The platform is designed to make it really easy for you to rebrand and modify the content with highly configurable layout features. You can also create an app from scratch using the drag and drop functionality. To help app creation even more, we have 14 fully customizable app templates, which are based around our most commonly created apps. They're designed so you can create one of the apps in a few hours. I'm going to just run you through some of the most popular templates. So how do you increase engagement between teams and help them to be able to harness their knowledge? When people can find and understand each other, they can effectively work together. The directory app is included as part of our platform, but it is actually, in terms of features, the most advanced corporate directory solution that's currently available on all devices. It allows employees to search by contacts, names, departments, and industry, but also experience, committees, pronouns, or anything that's really important for them to know about each other for your business. It allows you to create org charts, automatically find your colleagues, what they do, who they report to, who reports to them. Also allows employees traveling between offices to give them travel info, local weather. You can even call a local Uber, full information about that office, including floor and meeting rooms, and it integrates in with your existing systems and sources. Our event template has everything you would need to run a virtual and in-person event. Additional value comes from being able to run all your events on one platform, have complete control. You're not having to wait for agencies. If you're a global firm, you can use the same platform. Once your branded app is built, it's just the content needs updating for your next event. You can also run it, use it to run all of your internal partner staff events, or even promote an ad hoc director or partner travel plans when they go to a trade show. All the information in one accessible place. So having this ability in-house really gives you the flexibility to use apps more tactically. Our marketing template has a huge amount of options and can really help accelerate the delivery of interactive marketing content, or to promote your company's knowledge, your product, your expertise. Can help you launch into new markets or create a community of users. The benefits of the marketing app is that users can personalize the content. They can configure notifications, so they only get notified when on content that they're interested in. The marketing app showcases quite a few of the more interactive qualities of Fliplet, such as calculators, a really sort of easy way to collect information from users, calculate something interesting for your clients, so return on investment, tax, anything you can collect information from users, and then it displays the results in a really user-friendly way. You can display maps that help your users navigate a specific law, tax, regulation, or comparison of your service types. You can use logic to guide an app user through a time-consuming content gathering process, or step users through a series of questions and help people get to the right information to improve the way that clients deal with you. Our sales enablement template, this is all about giving your staff or your business partners everything they need to know in an up-to-date curated view. You can use this template to showcase your business or provide personalized content to different teams, present case studies, capture leads, create sales playbooks, which means you're always putting the latest information in their hands. You can collate knowledge that's specific to different areas of your business, and so you can make sure everyone's aware of news that will help them serve their clients and customers, which is particularly helpful when they're on the go. We've got an e-learning template, which enables you to distribute learning content or micro-learning features, podcasts, or a way to distribute in-depth tutorials. Could even be classroom-based events. This could be in addition to your LMS, or it could be to train clients. You could use it to leverage knowledge from senior staff members, or make it easy to create a knowledge library of recommendations and advice. It can keep everyone motivated with progress checks and awards. Full usage trackage of all of our users and easy access to reports. So you can optimize your app, refine what's working. This is available across all of our apps and really sort of helps you iterate and improve and make your apps more relevant. So that was just a really quick overview of less than half of our templates. I would encourage you to have a look at our website or even sign up for a free account and take a look at the full range. They really do offer a really comprehensive range of functionality. I'm now going to pass you over to Joe, who will just give you a 10-minute demo of the platform.
Perfect, thanks Sam. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to take you through a quick tour of the Fliplet Studio. So here we go, this is the Fliplet Studio. We are launched straight away into our Fliplet Studio kind of dashboard, where I will see all of my previous apps that I have access to. I can also from in here click the plus button to add a new app into my account. For the sake of this demo, this is what we're going to do. And from in here, I can browse our library of app templates. I can have a look through and scroll down, and I'd pick the one that works the best for me. Generally, I would always recommend starting from one of our app templates, even though you can also go from blank. Starting from a template just generally means that you'll get a couple of key features set up already for you, and it cuts down on your development time. So for the sake of this demo, I'm going to pick our communications template, and I'm going to add it to my account. You can give it a name. I think this is fine. And we're going to start editing. This is now setting the app up into your account, and that can just take a second, and then we launched into our editor. Now, the first thing you'll notice is that we've got this device preview here on the screen. I am just going to hover over this little magnifying glass and make it fit into my device here. I can also, if I wanted to, zoom in and out to make sure it fits. When looking at this device preview, we will be building directly in here. And when you're building an app with Fliplet, you can build an app for mobile, but you can also get an app for tablet and for web. So when building, it's important that you switch these device previews to make sure that your app looks good and works nicely across all the different devices. When building an app, I first launched into our editor, which if I click into anything into this device preview, is going to open up your settings here to the right. Generally, when building an app in Fliplet, you would go through, you would make all of your edits in the edits mode. And then what we have is something that we call preview, which allows you to preview the features and also test everything as if you were an end user. What that just means is if I then interact with this, it allows me to do it as if I were actually using it on my device. You can also preview this on your actual mobile device using the Fliplet Viewer. The Fliplet Viewer is an app that we've built to just allow you to test your app on a mobile device even before it's launched. So we're going to switch back to our edit mode. And because we're using one of our templates, you can see we've got a whole list of screens here already pre-configured for us. If we wanted to edit any of them, I'm going to jump into another screen. This is our home screen. And then as Sam mentioned already, everything in here works on a drag and drop kind of basis. So I've got a whole long list of different components on this side, which I can drag and drop into my screen. If I maybe wanted to add, let's say, an image on top of my menu, maybe I wanted to add a logo. The way that this works is I pick my image, I drag it, and I drop it on the screen where I want it. I can then browse whatever images that I already have in my app, but I can also click select files, and I can upload an image from my desktop. And you can see it's automatically added. I can then click save and close, and I've got my image into the app. If I wanted to do anything else, let's say maybe a text box, I can again drag and drop it onto my screen wherever I want it. And then what I can do is I can click preview and I can see how this looks. When you're building from a template, you can also add any of your own screens. So you don't have to just use the ones that are pre-configured for you. What you can do is you can click add screen and you can then browse our screen template library. You can have a look through the different categories, see data captures, the different forms that you can use. You can also see different kinds of menu items and layouts. When building the app, when you are setting up initially, what you'll want to do is make sure that you're changing the colors and the fonts to make sure that it fits your brand guidelines. So one of the things that you'll want to do is click into our appearance options over here and change our quick settings. The quick settings are really great because they actually filter throughout all of the screens in your app. So if I, for example, wanted to change my background color from this minty kind of blue, I can change it maybe to a white. I can click over here and it will change for me. I can also change my highlight color to maybe something like a blue. And then if we jump around to another screen, we can see that this actually will filter through and update things like my titles and everything else. So that's quickly how you can add your branding. Then as you go through and building up your app, you can change the branding across all of the different screens and all of the different components to really make sure it fits your purpose. What you can also do when you're building an app with Fliplet is it's a collaborative tool. So the idea is very much that I can set up and build an app, but I can invite Sam to work on this with me. The way I do that is I click on our edit mode in here, and I can then invite her by her email address. And that's really it in terms of a really quick demo and an overview of the Fliplet Studio. I'm now going to hand you guys back to Sam.
Thank you, Joe. Please do add any questions in the chat and we will come to those at the end. According to Gartner, low-code applications will be responsible for more than 65% of app development activity by 2024. So why are low-code solutions being adopted so rapidly? Forbes says that low-code solutions presents an opportunity that most companies missed during digital transformation, the opportunity to move fast and be nimble. Developing applications through external resources and development agencies can be really expensive, quite restricted, and quite limiting. Developing internally is a better option, but you need developers, and this can create problems when the knowledge moves on. When compared to traditional coding and development, Fliplet gives users huge scope to customize, change things according to their requirements. You can change and update without fear of impact of these new features on your app. This is really helpful for businesses to be agile and adapt to situations. And once launched, apps can continue to be developed and iterated whilst in use. Fliplet hugely cuts down on development time. It takes, on average, 4 months to develop an app. In Fliplet, creating an app from a template normally takes 2 to 3 weeks. Using Fliplet, you're going to save at least half of the overhead costs required to design a traditional app. Plus, you can create unlimited apps. So the more apps you create for different parts of your business, the lower the cost becomes. The app you create will be future-proofed as the core infrastructure is updated by Fliplet and the enterprise security provided. So how do we work with clients? The clients that get the most value from Fliplet are the ones that use Fliplet as a toolkit to solve problems and create apps that support every aspect of the business. When you take away the stress of code and the cost of adding new apps, we typically find that companies can really become quite innovative. So who do we tend to deal with? Fliplet is simple to use, so it's not just for IT. So even for the less tech-savvy staff members can get involved if they want to. So whilst various stakeholders help design the content, manage the process, many clients have one person, not a whole team to manage Fliplet. In terms of how we work with clients, we have a dedicated client success team that train and support and advise clients, and all clients have a dedicated account manager, regular meetings to discuss projects and queries, as well as new features and templates. They're always available to answer questions or provide any training when required. We also have live chats, which actually takes you, which gives you really easy, accessible access to support. And on that theme, I thought rather than individual use cases, I thought it'd be really useful to share a couple of clients who are early on in their journey with Fliplet, having signed up in the last half of 2021. The first client is RPC. They're a professional services firm based in the UK and Asia. They've created 4 apps so far, 3 internal apps and 1 client app. They have several teams across the business, including their change management, PR, learning, development, and HR that have worked on the apps. And so far, they've created an onboarding app to help improve onboarding process and provide new employees everything they need, an innovation app to drive growth and gather ideas using surveys. They've also had 2 practice groups creating apps. One was to help internally, so this just ensures lawyers can put their fingers on searchable key legal updates and cases specific to that practice group. Also, everything they need to be when they're on the go and on their way to see a client. The other is a client-facing, and it's for a particular practice group, and it's one resource for all know-how, including learning, quizzes, news, glossary, and contact forms. This template they now plan on replicating and expanding out to other areas of the business. So this is a really great example of what you can launch in a really short space of time. The next example, also a recent client, is Gately, and Gately describe themselves on their website as passionate problem solvers who get their kicks from finding the right answers and getting their clients where they need to be. So unsurprisingly, they focused on launching 4 client apps and 1 internal app. These have been developed by a variety of stakeholders, so internally including marketing, HR, and practice partners. But they also have technical stakeholders, branding and marketing involved across the process. Their apps, one showcases their expertise in HR. They've launched its HR advice, which provides a resource for clients, including fact-finding, news, upcoming events and webinars. They also specialise in working with house builders and run an academy for house builders, and have developed an app to support this grad programme. They've launched a tax incentive calculator. This helps clients estimate potential savings. They've also launched a crisis response app, so just an app that helps their clients respond and review and manage risk in a variety of scenarios. And they're also using Fliplet to onboard new starters. So it gives them company info, health and well-being, and org charts, and it gives them communication to their buddy and to their manager. So hopefully these have given you an idea as to which part of your business we could make the most difference to, how Fliplet could be used by various teams. These clients are early on in their journey. Many companies do go on to have 15+ apps, internal and externally, and continue to build out these apps over time and add new value to different groups of users. So in summary, having Fliplet in your toolkit allows you to react quickly, giving companies a competitive edge. When COVID happened, firms were able to launch client advice apps, internal wellbeing, communication apps, and one firm even launched an app for NHS staff, helped them get their affairs in order. These were all launched within the first couple of weeks, really adding value to staff and clients. Successful apps, like successful businesses in general, solve a genuine problem for customers or employees. So add mobile to your innovation process, solve the business problems as they arise. Engage and add value to your clients with a curated view of exactly what they're interested in, and make your marketing interactive and relevant. Attract prospects by enforcing your position in the market as expert in your field, and use our analytics to help you adapt and refine and improve. So if you're interested in some further use cases, please get in touch and we can run you through some that are relevant for your business. And please let us know if you have any questions. So I can see there are a couple of questions in the chat. Joe, they look like they might be relevant for you. So if I want to create a custom app, how long would that typically take to deliver?
Yeah, so that's a really great question. And those questions we would usually say depends on really the kind of app that it is, and it depends on also the complexity of the custom work that we'd have to do. It can take anything from about 4 to 8 weeks, sometimes even longer if it's very custom, but it really just depends on what it is that we're doing.
Excellent, thank you. And what helped you offer to scope an app idea? Again, sounds like one for you.
Yeah, we absolutely love talking about app ideas with all of our clients. So what we would do, if you have an app idea, you come to either your customer success person or your account manager, and they would talk you through your app idea, make sure that it makes sense to build it in Fliplet, really scope out the different requirements that you have. So it's definitely conversations that we have all the time. Also, we have lots of experience, obviously, with what other clients are doing. So we can take all of that experience and put that into your product as well to make sure that you've got a plan that really kind of makes sense. And we could then also help you with how you could best go around to deliver that app idea that you have.
Brilliant. We have another question. So who is the main contact a customer would deal with when we use our apps? So as I mentioned, once you become a client, you have a dedicated account manager that's there to support you through every aspect of your journey with us. So it would be your account manager. And some amazing examples here. Can I ask if they're sector specific or if they're aimed at different organisations in different sectors? No, the examples we used were both law firms, but there's absolutely no reason. We have plenty of customers in other sectors, and there isn't actually anything about Fliplet that's specifically sector specific. But if you are interested, we can drop me an email. My email address is on the screen, and we can go through some use cases that may be more relevant for you. Well, thank you very much, everyone. I've realised we have amazingly actually come on exactly on time. So thank you very much. Please do get in touch, and thank you for joining us.